Alrighty. We should be going live in just a minute here. Alrighty. Hello there. Good evening, Twisters. Hope you're having a fantastic evening and are ready for some Stanley Cup playoffs. I am very much looking forward to the start of things here on Monday. And of course, we've got 8 matchups to start things off, so it's going to be absolutely hectic. And I wanted, of course, to have this stream here to get your predictions for the Stanley Cup playoffs. If you see my pinned comment here or the video description down below, I have a link to a bracket challenge. So then that way you guys can make your predictions. We can see how we do as a community. And that is what I've pulled up here on my screen. And who knows, maybe I'll actually give something away. So a little incentive for you guys out there. What's going on, guys? Nick, Evan, return of the map. Welcome, guys. Wonderful to have you here. Hopefully, we'll all stick around for the playoffs. As you know, I'll be doing all sorts of live streams, putting out content. I just made a massive Stanley Cup Playoffs preview video today. Thinking I'll do my predictions tomorrow. Not super glamorous, but I wanted to weigh in with that as well, and maybe even get Cortana's picks as well. You already did yours? Terrific. And you, Nick? Fantastic. Let's go, Rangers. Now, I'm interested to see what happens here because I think something's got to give between the Penguins and the Capitals. They each have exited the playoffs in the first round the past 3 years. I don't think it happens to both teams a fourth time. Keenan, what's going on? Riley, welcome. Vegas with a healthy roster? I would think so. It'll be interesting to see if they make any big changes because they do make big changes fairly quickly. But yeah. Anyway, let's cut over to Cortana here. So we'll actually start the predictions in a few minutes here at about 6:10. Just let people join the lobby. Is Cortana going to pick the Rangers again? Oh, that's a good point. How can I do her predictions if she already did her season predictions? Okay, I'll have to preface it. It'll be if Cortana has to choose like a fallback. You know what I mean? Doing a lot of Rockford Ice Hogs stuff for the Calder playoffs. All right, well, good luck to them. I don't have a horse in that race because my Barracuda sucked. Although they've been really killing it on social media recently, and they released those new CUDA blackout jerseys. Not in love with them. I think they're okay, but they're really engaging the fans really well, and they've got that new arena right where the Sharks practice. So I'm looking forward to seeing that development. Unfortunately, obviously, I don't live there anymore. But yeah, good luck to the Hogs. Using the data, you are a madman. All right. It's all about those facts, right? You got to be able to back up your opinions. But I myself won't probably be doing that for the playoff predictions just because of the time crunch. I spent so much time on the actual playoffs preview video that I just uploaded today. So give me some love by watching that and just really soaking things in. Anyway, we'll get started in just a little bit here. It is 6:02, so there we go. Let's say hello to Cortana here, huh? Here we go, dog. Where you at, Cortana? There we go. Hi, sweetheart. Who's a good girl? I know the regular season is very fatiguing. Yes, you're probably ready for the playoffs. You're going to be my leading lady on camera, okay? Are you going to be up for it? Yeah? All right, good girl. All right. You don't know the Iowa Wild are in the playoffs? Yeah, I have no idea what's happening in the AHL. I was at a WHL game last night. Spokane Chiefs got swept. They lost in 4 straight to Logan Stankoven, Dallas Stars prospect, and the Kamloops Blazers. That team is just wicked good. Anyway, so yeah, we'll do the predictions here. 1 game left of the regular season. Okay, you're right. What, we got Jets and Kraken? Yeah. God, speaking of Kraken, how could my Sharks lose to the Kraken to end the season? Whatever. Helps the draft chances, I guess. So, anyway, great to have you guys here. Thanks for popping in, and we'll get started really shortly. And the way that I'll do this is we'll go through the bracket. I don't know which division we'll start with. You know what? I'll probably start with the Metro side of things, at least for the first round. So we'll go round by round. Yeah, I think that sounds pretty good. And then later on, if you guys want to stick around, I do have a tiers ranking for the playoff teams as well. So then that way we can really sort through the teams that don't belong in the playoffs in the first place and the big-time cup contenders. Zane Peterson, welcome to the stream, Zane. It's fantastic to have you here. Name that reference. Let's see here. Go into it. Oh, huh. The Eagles, eh? Yeah, one of the other teams that's kind of in the same vicinity as their pro team. At least for the West, that's not always that common, huh? Hartford, oh, the Wolfpack missed. That's okay. Not like you'd be watching that closely when there's all the NHL action about to spin up here on Monday. And actually, speaking of that, fam, I do need to figure out what my streaming is going to be for the next few days. Because, of course, we do have the actual schedule here now, which is fantastic. So I have to figure out when I'm going live on each day. I'm hoping to do, and I think I can do, oh boy, at least one game per day. That is the goal here for us. All right, so Donnell, thank you for joining us here. You're a big fan of the channel? Well, thank you, Isaac. And go Sharks, hell yeah. That's what I like to hear. That won't be filled. Oh, boy. I was surprised that so many fans were, so many NHL fans were, kind of piling on Vegas there. I haven't completely soaked it in, to be honest. I really haven't. Everybody else is getting there, so it's like, all right, that's cool and whatnot. But to me, it's even better when, when they make the playoffs and my team has a chance to knock them out. So there we go. Iowa has an AHL team. They also have an ECHL team, right? The Heartlanders. Well, everybody's got a team that they hate, right? At least most do. You liked what the New York teams did at the draft? Well, the New York Metro teams. You have the Avs versus the Lightning in the final, with the Avs winning. Your other one is Pens and Flames. Yeah, it's interesting, man. I mean, obviously you got the name Let's Go Pens, but I mentioned just a minute ago, I said, you know what? Something tells me that the Caps and the Penguins, even though they're the lower seeds, one of them is going to make it out of the first round this year. So there we are. The Isles were out of the playoffs this year. Yeah, just a lost year really early on for various reasons. But, I mean, I'm not really a fan of what Lamoriello has done in the past season with how old this team has gotten. Of course, they have like Dobson and Wallstrom, but are those guys really ready to, elevate the Islanders back to that sort of cup contender status? I don't know. I haven't really watched them that intently. So anyway, I love Barry Trotz though. I think he's still the best coach in the NHL until you really prove otherwise in like the postseason. You have the Panthers versus the Wild. Oh man, I will wet myself if that's the final. That I would love that. Although I want to see Panthers over Avalanche. I think that would be unbelievable. Hurricanes or Lightning or Avalanche. Okay, so yeah, I think you can make good points for all those teams very easily. The Knights missing the playoffs for the first time. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a broken season for them early on with all the injuries that they had. So I don't think that is the only reason they missed the playoffs, but I do think that is the biggest reason. And for me, though, it's just the fact that they think that they can turn things around on a dime and are, Anyway, I could go into it, but they got what was coming for them, sort of. But I don't know. Like I said, it's even sweeter if my team has a chance to knock them out in the postseason. Go Knights. What? Oh, I think you're just being sarcastic. Unless you actually are a fan of them. I just saw LA based in, so I figured Kings. Flames versus Bolts. Interesting. So we're at, what time are we at right now? All right, 6:08. Okay, so 2 minutes. 2 minutos, and we will do our bracket here. Flames and Bruins. Interesting. The Bruins can make a deep run in the final season of Bergeron for his contract, at least. Are under pressure Avalanche, Maple Leafs, Oilers, and Panthers. I think that's a pretty fair assessment. I would think that those probably are the top 4 teams, and maybe even in that order too. Great point, Danelle. Flames, Bruins, and the Flames in 7. Wow. Victoria, what's up? It's awesome to have you here in the streams. Desert hockey. Yeah, I mean, look, a lot of teams from the Sunshine States or the Sun Belt have succeeded a lot recently, you know? I know Carolina is not technically in the Sun Belt, but it kind of is, being like a southern-ish market. You know, the Florida teams, Nashville's had success, Dallas has had success, Vegas has had success. The California teams at one point or another have had a lot of success too. Who did I have winning the Cup at the beginning of the year? Probably a team that a lot of analysts picked as well. And I did actually pick the Islanders. I picked the Islanders over the Jets. So, yeah, not the sharpest of picks. The year before was better. I picked the Hurricanes. But the year before that, for 2020, oh God, who did I pick? I picked the Flyers. They went to Game 7 against the Islanders, right? They didn't go to the conference final. That was the second round. But, of course, 2019, baby. 2019, beginning of the year, I said Blues. And even though they were in the doldrums, I'm like, just you wait. They've played like 5 fewer games than everybody else. They win those 5 games. They're back in it, and they won the Cup. So there we go. Any team from, oh, my bad, from actual hockey areas fail miserably, like Montreal. No three-peat for Tampa. I don't know, guys. I'm not going to, like, when I do my season prediction or my postseason predictions, I won't pick Tampa. I don't want to pick a team. Like, if somebody asked me point blank who's going to win, I would say Tampa's probably got the best shot. But I'm not going to predict them to win at all. It's just not as fun that way. You just want a series win? Hey, I would love to see that as well. And it's interesting they're going up against Tampa. I have a feeling they could actually pull it off, but I still won't pick them. But maybe that will actually bring them good luck. Okay, we are at 6:11. So everybody, we're going to begin the bracket. We're going to do the first round first, and then we'll get into subsequent rounds. If you see my pinned comment, you can actually fill out a bracket as part of the Twisted Wrister Hockey community. We do have a league here in the NHL Bracket Challenge, so check that out, sign up, and like I said, maybe I'll give something away to the winner as well. So check it out, my friends. All right, so we're going to start with we'll start with Evan's team here. We're going to look at the Metro side of the bracket. So tell me, I'll type this in the chat here too, okay? So, Rangers or Penguins? All right. Oh, Trevor, what's up? Thanks for joining. Who did my dog pick to win? She picked the Rangers at the beginning of the year. She had them beating the Kraken. Hey, she was just following Vegas from 2018, so let's just keep it at that. All right, guys, Rangers or Penguins? Someone's voting with their heart. And then later on, we can pick how many games it's going to be. I'm not really as concerned about that just yet. But anyway, sound off in the chat. I want everybody's response. Even if you haven't been following the season all that much, let me know, Rangers or Penguins. And please, just vote only once, okay? Ben Zimmerman. Pens are very underrated. I'm a little concerned with the goaltending there. DeSmith has played really well recently, though. You just want to get a series win? Yeah, man. Let's start with that. Then we can worry about the Battle of Florida in the second round. Let's get everybody's response, all right? If you've already voted and you haven't done this already, make sure you hit that thumbs up, right? Let's grow this community. I'm thinking we're going to blaze through 3K. Who knows? Maybe even after the first round, we'll be at 3K subs. As long as I have you here for all of them. That'd be awesome. Any last opinions here, folks? We got, let's see here. I gotta write something. I gotta get something to write with. Oh, great. Grandpa. All right, let's see. Who are you guys picking? Let me check this out. Oops. He probably wants the Rangers. Okay. All right, let me tally things up here. All right, so how many do we have for the Rangers? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 4. Okay. I see 4 for the Rangers. How many for the Penguins? 1, 2, 3, 4. Got the Kraken pick just a little wrong. Yeah, I know. Yeah, she can't get them all. Guys, we got a tie so far. Do we have a tiebreaker? I'm seeing 4 votes for the Rangers and 4 for the Penguins. Do we have somebody here who can break the tie? Or is it going to have to be me? Come on, I know we got more people watching this. All right, well, we don't have anybody else making their predictions here, so I'm going to have to break the tie. All right. Flip a coin. Tiebreaker is Igor. All right. I'm picking Pittsburgh. I think I'm going to make them my pick in the series predictions. Because something tells me Crosby is not going to let his team get eliminated. By all means necessary. All right. Sorry, Evan. All right, here we go. Now we're going to do Bruins or Hurricanes. Oh, wait. No. David said he's picking the Rangers. Okay. Changing the pick. David, you are the tiebreaker. Thank you so much for joining us. Boom. That hurts. Go cry to my dog about it. Let's see here. Bruins or Hurricanes? New vote? Well, okay, we've redeemed ourselves. All right. Bruins or Hurricanes? Who do you guys got? Wave it with the dub. Nice. Bruins in 7. Hurricanes in 7. Interesting. Bruins, sadly. Thank you, Rad Prap. I might just, by mistake, call you Parappa. Whalers, nice. Let's get everybody's opinion here. Even if you haven't been watching. David likes the Canes. Trevor likes his local team too. Bruins upset, Hurricanes in 4. That's aggressive, but they did win every regular season matchup. They outscored Boston 16-1, guys. Canes in 7. Let's go, Pens. You like Carolina as well. Okay. Any other votes, guys? If you're just chilling out with us, we'd love to have all of your opinions. What's up, Eddie? Thank you for chiming in here. I think the dog next door is trying to chime in too. Yes, I figured that you are a Jackets fan. Right on. Oh, Will! What's going on, bud? Looks like you're hyped for the playoffs, man. All right, well, unless, do you guys have any further opinions, right? Anybody who hasn't voted yet, are we going to have the Bruins or the Hurricanes? I'm going to give you like 15 more seconds. I don't know, Will. Now I'm rooting for the Wild, but I've got a strange feeling about the Blues. I think they could do something, do some damage. All right, well, that is, I think, a convincing enough series of votes for you guys. Looks like we got the Carolina Hurricanes moving on in the Metro side of the bracket, okay? All right, so next up, we're going to go to the Atlantic side. We were all Sharks fans for a day, hell yeah. All right, well, I think it was like 7-5 or 8-5 in favor of the Hurricanes, so we got the Canes moving on, all right? So now let's go to the Atlantic side. So let's start with Panthers or Capitals. The Bruins have the Canes number. In the playoffs, they do, yeah. But in the regular season, yeah, totally different story. Yeah, that's one series I haven't made my mind up with that yet. Interesting. Trevor's going for the Caps. All right, Florida versus Washington. Yeah, let's get everybody's vote. Caps, Panthers, Panthers, Panthers. Wowee, that's a lot. That's a lot of kitty cats. Did anybody else need to vote here? Yeah, you guys are definitely pouncing on this one. Panthers with the only sweep. Interesting. Florida only if Ovechkin isn't healthy. Yeah, if he was, I would still probably pick Florida, but I would think like probably in 7 games. Okay, we do have a couple votes for Washington, but I think it's still pretty convincing. Moving on will be the Florida Panthers. Get some. All right, well, wait for the chat. Wait for the chat. All right, now for everyone's favorite, Tampa or Toronto. Everybody vote. I don't know, man. If there's someone who's going to dethrone them, you could argue that Toronto would be the team to do it. It's like, basically Toronto is Goku, and like they're already like starting to harness the energy needed, like the Spirit Bomb to take out Frieza. But what I really want to see is I want to see Tampa versus Florida round 2. You know what I mean? All right. Woo. Here we go. Tampa, Leafs, Bolts, Leafs. Oh, well. Don't vote twice, guys, please. Lightning sweep, Lightning, Bolts. What's up, Dwayne? I would think you are an Oilers fan? Champa Bay. All right. Are there any other votes that need to be cast? KK. Why is everybody voting against the Leafs? Because the playoffs are a different season, man. Look at the goaltending battle. Vasilevsky was incredible this past... Which character are you guys? Well, hopefully not Krillin. Kuririn-san. Hi. You guys are, I don't know. You're oolong. Let's see here. I think we've got ourselves a Tampa Bay Lightning advancement. All right. So Tampa moves on, and we'll have the battle for Florida in round freaking 2. All right. All right, everybody. So let's see here. All right. How about this? How many? Okay. All right. We're gonna do these really quickly so we can go into the next rounds. So I'm just gonna quickly ask how many games does it take for Florida to beat Washington? Florida in 4. 4 or 5. 6, 4. Okay, Florida in 4. All right, screw it. I'm doing it. I'm saying Florida in. Okay, some people are saying 6. Okay, fine. All right, we'll call it 5 games. That's pretty easy. All right. Let's see here. There we go. We'll lock that in. Okay. Hurricanes beat Bruins in how many games? All right. How many games does the Carolina-Boston series go? With Carolina winning, guys. Canes in 7. 7. Okay. A couple more votes and then we'll move on to the other 2 matchups. All right. I'm gonna call it right there. That's enough votes for me, guys. We'll say Canes in 7. All right. Let's see here. Lightning over Leafs in how many games? So pick the number of games for Tampa and Toronto. Awesome to have you guys here. Thank you so much for tuning in, by the way. We'll be doing this throughout the playoffs. So Monday, I'll be live for at least 1 game, maybe even 2 if we're lucky. Okay. And then every day there's a game I want to go live, unless I've really got a lot going on. Okay, 776 77456 55. Interesting. All right, I'm calling 6. Thank you for chiming in, Mr. Wolf. All right, I'm going to say Tampa wins in 6 games based on the responses I'm seeing here. Okay. And then lastly, guys, Rangers beat Penguins in how many games? All right. So let me know how many games the Rangers need to knock off the Penguins. Leafs and Lightning. Hey, what's up, Alex? Okay. No way Tampa sweeps Toronto. Man, if that happened, they would have to they would trade Marner. They'd fire Keefe. They'd probably fire Dubas. Heads would roll. That would be an understatement, I would think. All right. And here. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. I'm going to say 7 games for the Rangers over the Penguins. Okay. So we'll lock those in. Nicely done. Okay. Now we're going to do the Western Conference round 1, and then after that we can do round 2 for everybody here. So let's start with, all right, let's say Avs or Preds. And thank you for everybody who just joined here. If you are new here, whether or not your team's in the playoffs or whether or not you're a huge hockey fan or just getting into the NHL, definitely join this fantastic community here. Hit that red subscribe button down below and hit the thumbs up, guys. Remember, we're trying to grow this as big as we can to attract as many awesome hockey fans like yourselves, and so that I never have to apply for a job again. That's the pipe dream, baby. Got a ways to go. All right, everybody wants the Avs. Okay, that's cool. Okay, good enough. We're picking Colorado. Especially if Yusei is on the shelf, all right? All right, Royce, what's up? All right, let's go Wild or Blues. Avs in 4. Yeah, I think it could be a tough one. Then again, I mean, the playoffs are a different season. Nashville, when they're the heavy underdog, they actually do really well. So for all I know, they could take them to 6 games, and 3 of them could go into overtime. All right, this is going to be an interesting one. And just vote only one time, my friends. Thanks for joining, Juliana. Paulicelli. Che bel nome. Interesting. I might have to actually count this one. All right, what are we doing? What are we doing? Guys, please just vote once. Don't worry about the number of games. All right, we'll get to that eventually. But I think I'm seeing. Let's see. Yeah. Wow, guys. A lot of people coming into the stream too. Thank you so much. It's awesome to have you here. Looks like we are going with the Minnesota Wild, but I personally just might pick the St. Louis Blues. All right, now let's go to the Pacific side of the bracket here. So we'll start with the 2-3, actually. How about this? Oilers or Kings? The Kings making their first playoff appearance in 4 years, but they will be without Drew Doughty. As for the Edmonton Oilers, they've actually gotten some really good goaltending over the past 6 weeks from Mike Smith. He's been really good. Did Toronto want to play Tampa? Yeah, well, yeah, they won because they didn't want to play Boston. Napster says the Kings. The Kingalings? Oh, snap. You guys are definitely taking a Duke on the Oilers, aren't you? Oh, this is close. Rise of the Sugars. Interesting name. Interesting pick. Ooh, looks like we have a small lead for Edmonton here. If you haven't voted, let's hear it. Great to have you guys here. This is fantastic. And again, for anybody who just joined in the last couple of minutes, we'll be having streams all throughout the playoffs. I upload a couple times a week as well, so I'll be doing maybe some playoff recaps. So definitely, there's that big red subscribe button down below and this fantastic community. Wouldn't you want to be a part of that for the playoffs? I think so. We'll be reacting to all of the madness together. All right. Now, a lot of votes for the Kings, but I am seeing a little bit more in favor of Edmonton. So the Oilers will be marching on to the next round. Okay. 5-0 Bruins victory over the Sabres. When was that anyway? Because I know the Bruins played the Leafs yesterday, right? Or am I just like totally out of the space-time continuum? All right, and lastly, guys, Flames or Stars? Oh, 3 days ago. Oh, I didn't even pay attention to that game, frankly. I mean, Buffalo's, they've really kind of turned things around. At least for now, I think that they are just emotionally relieved of everything that happened recently in the past couple of years with like Eichel's situation. But the question is, can they carry that next year? Who's going to be their goaltender? Right? They still have questions. Hey, what's up, CJ? Thank you for joining, moderator. Yeah, all right, this one's pretty overwhelming, so I will turn one in. I do see a couple of votes for Dallas. Oh, Dan. Oh, my God. Getting a spine transplant. My goodness. All right, buddy. Get some rest. All right, we'll say Calgary, or as some people say, Calgary. All right. All right, so that is, okay. Got to have at least one upset. I mean, I appreciate that, right? But guys, if anybody just joined, see my pinned comment. There is a link to the NHL Bracket Challenge. I created a league specifically for this community, so cast your votes there, and I would love to give away something to the winner. So there's your incentive, okay? So Avs over Preds in how many games? The Islanders have a chance of the playoffs next year, as long as Barry Trotz is their head coach, but I do think they need to make some big changes, but I don't think Lamoriello is going to do that. If they start better, then I think that they have a chance early on. You know, Philly's going to be out of it, I think. Jersey is still just stuck in neutral. They can't make any progress. So already right there, they're not, you know, their competition's still going to be pretty fierce, but they'll have a chance. I give them a punching chance, you know, right from the get-go. But I really do think that you know, it's going to they're getting too long in the tooth, frankly. All right, 6, 5, 5, 5, 5, 6, 7, 5, 5, 6, 4. All right. Thank you, guys. I'm going to say 5 games for that series based on your inputs. All right. Lamoriello's a clown. He's a little out of touch. Like, aren't his players, they're not allowed to have beards or something like that? Did I say Phillies? Oh, Flyers. It's baseball season as well. Okay. So how about this? Flames beat Stars in how many games? Predators will win at least 1 game. Yeah, I mean, just with history kind of favoring them in terms of being an underdog and actually putting a dent in their opponents. Not to mention Nashville, I think, led the NHL in fighting majors by like a country mile. So maybe they can like piss off Colorado. All right. 6, 6, 5, 6. Okay. Ooh. 4. Wow. 4. Dang, I'm a little surprised there. All right, I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna call this at 5 games as well. All right. Then we go to our next matchup. Wild beat Blues in how many games? All right. Make or break for Edmonton. I would think probably. I mean, I'm surprised that, you know, McDavid and Draisaitl haven't like really been. Well, Draisaitl was, as we know, he was a little pissy to the media, even though like I don't fault him. That reporter was out of line. But yeah, I would think that they would make a couple of big moves, but like they signed that big Nurse deal. He's been very good for them, but they might have to make some big changes, at least over the next couple of off seasons, if they can't win a playoff round. Anyway, let's see here. What am I seeing here? 7, 7, 5, 7, 6, 6, 7, 7. All right, 7 games. We're calling this one at 7 games. Wild over Blues, and let's get our last series here, guys. So Oilers over Kings in how many games? All right. Then we'll do the second round. We're going to do every round together because that's what you do with the bracket challenges. Cop some merch? That's what I like to hear. Yeah, guys, don't forget, we got snazzy Twisted Wrister hockey merch. We got these new thin hoodies, which are good for this time of year. We've got coffee mugs. Check out our Rivalry Series coffee mugs. I got one right here. Oh, only $12. You get the Twisted Wrister hockey logo with the team of your choice. And then you have a perfect day begins with a warm cup of, for me, Knights fans tears because I'm a Sharks fan. But we have this for Vegas fans. We have this for Panthers fans, Lightning fans, Blues, Wild, Avalanche, you name it. Like, you'll find your team there. And if you don't, you can always email me and I will fulfill a custom design for you. Okay? So check out our merch. It's a great way to support the channel. Brand recognition is very important to me as well. And come on, guys. You're going to look pretty fly with some apparel. All right. I see all 6s, okay? Yeah, I'll see in just a little bit, CJ, because I'm going to be on here for a little while. All right, let's lock those in, guys. Beautiful. Okay. So now we're on to the second round. This will move quickly. We just did half the bracket, essentially. So we're going to start with second round, guys. Hurricanes or Rangers? Ooh, excuse me. There's always like a lot of air building up in my chest when I'm talking non-stop here. So yeah, Hurricanes or Rangers, my friends. Oh snap! Caniac sweep. Oh wow. Yeah, the Rangers I think won the first matchup between these two teams, and the Hurricanes won the last three. Whalers, nice. I think you're all picking the Canes. Yeah, this looks pretty convincing. I'm just about ready to call it. Oh, snap. All right. I'm picking Carolina for this. That was pretty convincing, my friends. So we got Carolina. There we go. We go into the next round. Here we go. Yes. Who wins the Battle of Florida in the second round? Do the Bolts repeat from last year and knock off the Panthers? Or do the Cats have other things in mind? Fox or Barzal? Man, I would say probably Barzal. I think he's better known for his 3-zone play. Fox is... I've seen him sputter a little bit defensively, frankly. From 1990 to present, what has been my favorite playoff series? Well, I mean, for me, it's going to be anything to do with my Sharks, right? And I wouldn't necessarily say the Vegas series in 2019. But, I mean, like that first round matchup between the Bolts and the Hurricanes last year is one of my favorite series that I've seen outside of my favorite team. You know what I also loved was the Nashville Carolina series last year. That was fantastic too. All right, wow. Here we go. Oh, snap. NHL Shop has fatheads of the Whalers and Nordiques logos. That's sick. I might have to pick one up. I could see it going somewhere here. Well, thank you. I'm writing a note down for that. Because, those are like two of the best logos ever. Nords, Whalers, Fathead. Interesting. All right. I'm not being biased. Hey, that's okay. You can pick your favorite team if you believe in them. All right. Holy Mackinac. Florida, Tampa. Florida, Tampa. Tampa, Florida, Tampa. Lightning, or Tampa. Panthers, Tampa, Florida. Oh my God. Florida. Man. Hey, welcome, Tom. Fantastic to have you here. I forgot, man. Are you in Australia? Or am I just blowing smoke here? They look good in the sports cave. Right on. All right, guys. This one is really close. I would have to manually tally this one. If you don't mind, I'm going to do that in just a second. If we could maybe let the chat simmer for just a moment while I count, that'll be a little bit easier for me. All right. So Tampa or Florida. Because, this is really important, guys, of course. But you can always, while I'm doing this, you can always fill out your bracket, check out the pinned comment there, and join our bracket challenge. All right, All right, here we go. Florida, Tampa, Florida, Tampa. Okay. So Florida, Tampa. I've already lost count. Tampa, Florida, Tampa. Oh my gosh. I hope you guys just voted once. Oh God. All right, I can't even. It's close. I think I see just a little bit more for the Panthers though. All right. All right, chat. You can go crazy. Let's go with Florida. All right. Panthers go to the conference final. How do you choose? Oh. Okay. Next up, my friends. All right, let's go to the Western Conference. Avalanche or Wild? Who's going to go to the conference final between these two teams? But yeah, I would think that the Panthers and the Lightning, it's just going to be an absolute war out there. You're in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Hurdle bracket. Right on. You love to see it. Leafs in the East. It's bold. It's bold pick, Cotton. Oh, man. Interesting. This is actually closer than I would have expected. Are you guys just picking emotionally for Marc-Andre Fleury? All right, let me scope this one out here. Wild abs, wild abs, wild, abs, wild. You know, guys, did anybody here not vote yet? Because I just did, a quick little scroll through here, and the Wild actually have more votes. Not by much. Yeah. The Avs will find a way to lose in the second round. All right. You guys have me convinced here. Moving on to the conference final. The Minnesota Wild. I would love to see that. The Wild haven't been to the conference final since that unprecedented run of theirs back in 2003. All right. And, oh my goodness. Here we go, baby. Here we go. All right. Who wins the Battle of Alberta? Flames and Oilers. Who goes on to the conference final? Bruins and Blues. Ugh. I'll throw up in my mouth a little bit. I just don't want to see a retread, man. Like, if one of those teams goes back, that's fine. Maybe I'll set up a GoFundMe, and then you guys can pay for me to go up there and cover one of the games. Cast your votes, friends. Flames are going to smoke the oil. All right. I think this one's pretty convincing, actually. We have the Calgary Flames going on to the conference final with Coach Daryl Sutter. I mean, pretty good picks, guys. We don't actually have to put the number of games, I don't think. Interesting. Okay. Well, that makes things a lot quicker, doesn't it? Yeah, you guys, even a couple other Calgary votes. Now, after this, after we've actually picked our Cup champion and whatnot, we are also doing, if you want to stick around, I certainly welcome that. We'll be ranking the teams here by their kind of Cup contention status, right? So you have teams that don't even belong in the playoffs, and then you have the Cup contenders and everything in between. So we can have a little tier ranking as well. All right, so let's go back to the bracket challenge. Come on, computer. Pitter patter. There we go. All right. So now we're going to go to the Western Conference Final. We'll start with the West, baby. West is best. All right. So, Wild or Flames? If you told me that would be the conference final at the beginning of the season, I would have said BS. No way in hell. Because I just never believed in Calgary, and I didn't know Minnesota would be that good. I mean, I think I still had Minnesota as a playoff team, though. Cast your votes. Wait, is everybody here like a Minnesota Wild fan or something? I mean, I gladly welcome it. But yeah, this is actually pretty convincing to me. All right. Going to the Stanley Cup final for the first time in franchise history. The Minnesota Wild. Wow. I had no idea that we would make those predictions, guys. Fantastic. I personally love to see that. And and let's look at the east side of the bracket. So the Eastern Conference Final. Hurricanes or Panthers? Why does it want to? No, dude. Both are overrated. Yeah, not Carolina though. There's a reason why they were first in goals against and first in the penalty kill. It's because of the bod. Rod the bod. The whale. Man, Carolina and Florida, I think their last regular season matchup was awesome. That was a really good game. Lendrick Kamar. Nice name. Tony D is going to get cooked in the offs. Hey, man, he had a great bounce back here, that's for sure. Cast your votes, guys. I see that we have 26 concurrent viewers, so I don't know if we've gotten 26 votes just yet. All right, what do I see here? Panthers, 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 Canes, Panthers, Panthers, Canes, Canes, Panthers, Canes, 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 Panthers, Panthers, Panthers. All right, to me, it's a slight advantage for the Florida Panthers. Wow. Like I said, I will be just absolutely over the moon if this is the final that we get. Normally, this is interesting because I've always liked the Wild, but I couldn't like always embrace them as like my definitive second or third favorite team. I mean, yeah, they would be about third or something like that because I used to not enjoy watching them, but now I love watching the Minnesota Wild. So normally I would cheer for them in the final, but the last 4 years the Panthers have really kind of become my second favorite team, and they've got Jumbo Joe Thornton. So in this series, I would root for the Panthers. I would be so sad to see Jumbo not lift the cup, but I would certainly be happy for Minnesota to win a pro sports title in the Big Four sports for the first time in 31 years. My goodness, all right? Alrighty, so the Stanley Cup Final. Wild or Panthers? Oh, what? Wait, hold on. Hartford Cup merch. That's funny. What if the Canes just like did a total troll job and actually wore those in the final? That would be hilarious. That's something that they would do. All right, so I think Max had the first vote here when he said cats. Yeah, everybody cast your vote. Please just do that one time if you could. Steve Stalock. Huh. Alex Stalock's cousin, huh? And switch mid game. Yeah. That is a tier. That's an S tier comment right there. Whoa. Interesting. Fleury, if Fleury wins the Conn Smythe and the Stanley Cup, he would have to retire after that. I know he said he wanted to play one more year, but he would ride off into the sunset. But come on, we know Jumbo Jeff's going to be having that, Ray Bork moment. Minnesota is known for blowing it in the playoffs. Absolutely true. The Wild, though, they are kind of the exception to the rule. I mean, they have before, but not like as like the big number one seed or anything like that. Not so much. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Mapster. But yeah, when it's Minnesota in the playoffs, it's the Vikings are the absolute worst. And with the Twins, it's like anytime they play the Yankees, it's just a death sentence. Anyway, okay. Holy crap. Let's see here. We've got wow. Cats, Wild. Panthers, Wild. Panthers, Wild. Panthers, Wild. Panthers, Wild. Panthers, Wild. Wild. Panthers. All right. Very close, but I can tell your Stanley Cup champion, guys, is the Minnesota Wild. I am pretty much blown away by that. Tiebreaker, okay. In the final series, okay. All right, guys, I need your help here. How many goals do you score in the final? Tampa versus Calgary, and Calgary gets revenge. I actually like that. I don't think that's unrealistic by any means. Which team has the worst fan base? Every team has the worst fan base. Every team has the best fan base. It's so cyclical. It varies so much based on how good a team is, right? So, like that's something that like you'll never actually get an answer from me, because I think every team has its jabronis and I think every team has its saints. So, there you go. Alan, I appreciate your comment. For some reason, it wanted me to censor that. But I know I'm picking up what you're putting down. 30, okay. All right, 32. We'll go with 32. How about that, guys? 32 goals in total. I've read and agreed to the official rules. Okay, and don't forget, guys, if you haven't already, you can actually play along. See my pinned comment for a link to the community's bracket challenge, all right? And like I said, I want to give something away to the winner as well. Yet to be determined, but it could be some Twisted Wrister hockey merch. It could be a cool hockey gift card, something kind of like that. Can I rank the goal horns? Well, I'm not going to do that anytime soon. Maybe like heading into next season. All right, guys, don't forget, don't drop off just yet. Because, boom, now we can do tier rankings for all the playoff teams and have some fun along with that. Yeah, there you go. 3-4 Wild in overtime. Oh, Wild win game 7 in overtime? That'd be pretty wild. All right. Let's see here. Tier ranking for the Dallas Stars. So here we have the S tier. That's the Cup favorite. A tier is a deep run darling, a team that will probably challenge to go to the conference final or maybe even the Stanley Cup final. The B tier is the dark horse. Maybe they're not getting enough love, but it is realistic. There are some good reasons why that team could make a run. C is the long shot. So some team that really they would have to have a lot of things go right in order to win around. And the D tier, why are they even here? That have never won the Cup. Who do you think is going to win it next? Vancouver. Interesting. Well, based on how Boudreau coached that team, that's not a bad prediction. Vancouver's up there. I think Vegas is up there, even though they missed the playoffs. I think that they have the talent, sure, but that doesn't mean everything. Next up, I would say I'm curious to see what Ottawa does. I think they had like 9 wins or something this past month, or maybe even more, 10 wins. So I think that if they get a franchise goaltender, then things get really interesting there. All teams are cup contenders. Yeah, that's the beauty of all this, right? Absolutely. I mean, you look at the Kings back in 2012, or even the Predators when they went to the Cup final as a eighth seed in 2017, or a second wild card, or the Oilers in 2006. Right? They were just a ragtag group out there, but they had Chris Pronger. That was a huge acquisition for them. Anybody else want to cast their vote here for ranking the Dallas Stars? So DDDCDC. Any other votes here, folks? Yeah, the 2004 Stanley Cup final. I was so happy that Tampa won because Calgary beat San Jose in the conference final. I was just a young whippersnapper. I was just like, no, just the enemy of my enemy is my friend. The Flames have beaten the Wild twice this year, 7-3 and 5-1. Interesting. I don't know though, Cody. I'd be curious to know like when the last time they played against each other. CDDCB. Interesting. All right, I'm gonna put the Stars for now in the C tier as a long shot to win the Stanley Cup. All right. Lonely Cake has them at a B. Interesting as a dark horse. All right, what about the Oilers? Anyway, yeah, I know that some people won't be sticking around for this, but before you go, if you can just hit that thumbs up and check out our NHL Bracket Challenge and enter that, that'd be fantastic. Let's get as many entries as we can. Of course, make sure you're subscribed. And if you want to follow me on social media, guys, I'm on Twitter. I almost said Twister. I'm on the Twizzler, and I'm also on Instagram, so I've got information for that in the description down below as well. I also take donations and super chats. But we've got a long postseason ahead, so I think there will be time for that. In the C tier for the Oilers, Oilers are a B. Regular season isn't the playoffs. Yeah, I mean, it is a different season. Any other votes on the Oilers, fam? All right. Oilers looks like they're also in the C tier, but I'll put them ahead of Dallas because Dallas got some D tier votes as well. Kind of teetering on a C or a B. All right. Who else we got here? How about the Les Kings? And if you haven't already, guys, I did upload a comprehensive playoff preview video today. So it tells you everything you need to know about the playoffs, especially for people who aren't as familiar with the NHL or don't follow it as closely and are just tuning in for the playoffs. Got some bravos here. Wow, Sugar. A tier. Interesting. Any other votes there, guys? All right, I have 3 Bs, 3 Cs, and an A. Very interesting. Thank you for joining us, Interceptor. We need a letter from you, sports geeks. What are we doing now? We're ranking playoff teams by how legitimate they are as contenders. The Jets didn't make the playoffs. Yeah, man, I had the Jets going to the Stanley Cup final against the Islanders. I really liked how they performed in the playoffs last year. So I'm super puzzled by that as well. Then again, they also had a coaching change, which that you can't. Hey, what's up, guys? It's BW Hockey. Can we give Brendan some hype in the chat? But yeah, I mean, I've heard not legit rumors, but kind of like speculation that like Winnipeg could trade Scheifele. Wheeler is kind of on his last legs as well. All right, looks like Kings are. Yeah, they almost look like they're C tier as well, but they've been. I think there was only one vote for the D. S to D, so 2 is equal to A. Okay. Yeah. Go over to Brendan's channel here, BW Hockey, if you're a jersey enthusiast. All right, I'm going to put Kings in the dark horse, actually. There was some decent love for them from what I saw here. All right. What about Calgary? The news about Carey Price. What's the news on him recently? I'm pretty sure Dallas isn't winning the cup this year, man. They're a one-line team, but then again, it's the playoffs. They could prove me wrong. I'm just not a believer in this team at all. I love Joe Pavelski, as we know. I mean, like U.S. Hockey Hall of Famer bound, absolutely. But here we go. We got SASSAAAASS. Nice. Why don't you just choose letters? I don't know. Calgary out to Colorado in the third round. Interesting. Yeah, Colorado beat him a few years ago in the playoffs. Markey can be rough in pressure games. Yeah, he had some real stinkers this year, even though he had those 9 shutouts. All right. SASSAAASS. All right. Teetering on A and S. All right. We'll be modest with Calgary first. We might drop them up to the S tier later on. So we're gonna keep them at the A tier. All right. What about the Hurricanes? I'm already blown away that you guys have LA ahead of Edmonton, or at least some of you. Canes are only a C tier. Interesting. He may have played his last game in Montreal. Yeah. He said it wouldn't hold for an entire season. That's pretty rough, actually. I'd like to see him, get a chance to win a cup somewhere else, but that's just the nature of the beast, man. It's business. All right, so B, A, B, C, B, B, A, B, B, A. ABBA. S, A. All right. I am seeing A tier for the Canes, and actually, I'm going to put Calgary, because they had more S's, I'm going to put Calgary up in the S tier for right now, with a little modification. All right, here we go. We're going to go with the Predators. Now remember, they probably will be without Saros. What's wrong with the Bruins versus Blues? Yeah, it was a really good one. I just don't want it to happen again. I want teams with more speed, or I don't know. I just want some new blood there. S tier? Stanley Cup favorite. Canes won't win around. I'm hesitating picking them over the Bruins, so I don't really know. Kings B is whack. I agree. But hey, It's what you guys decide. Couple of we got D's and C's. D. A jersey error from Cool Hockey again? Oh man, that blows. All right, these guys are very much in the C tier. I see a lot of D votes as well. So what I'm gonna do is, I think there's a little bit of separation. I'm going to I'm gonna keep the Oilers in the C tier, but looks like Nashville and Dallas are kind of teetering in D. Colorado, Florida all day. All right. What about the Penguins? Very much teetering on B and C. Hates the Penguins tier D. Oh, interesting. Max has them in A. All right. I'm putting these guys. Let's see. CCB, BD, CB, BC, ACC. There's mostly C. Oh, okay. DD, like just vote once, please. All right. Oilers go or Penguins go with the Oilers. They basically have the same votes. All right. Yeah, please don't spam, dude, or else we're just gonna boot you from the channel. Oh shit! I didn't need to do that. God damn it. Sorry. All right, Bolts. Where do you guys have Tampa? Are they S tier? Are they A tier? Or are they gassed? You bought a Matthews jersey and it said 33. That's crazy. Max SMD. Wow. Yeah, that's right. Brendan, you've made a couple videos, right, on cool hockey screw-ups? Bolts are you're running with your... All right. I don't know, though, because I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... and then A, S, A, B, A, S, D, S, S. Nah, they're still S tier. You're right. All right. Except we can't even see their logo on a dark background. All right. What about the Avalanche? I've never had a script from Cool Hockey, or my attention to detail is just garbage. Drawing logos from memory. Oh God, I will never make one of those videos. I am too embarrassed to even try. I'm seeing all kinds of votes here. Wow. Damn it, don't mess with me. Freak on. Nice. Says the Wild fan, right? All right. I choking in the first 2 rounds. I mean, a couple times they made it to the second round and they were like clearly the lower seeded team, right? But that they had that very convincing 2-0 series lead over Vegas and then completely got just rocked. All right. The hidden message on the whiteboard. Oh. Anyway, I'll put them in A tier just based on the responses I see here. I don't think they got good enough votes to go into S. All right. Let's go to our next team. That is Toronto. I like how Brendan is like crying and laughing right after I post Leafs. L for the Leafs. Oh no. Tampa in 3. That's what people said when they had a like 3-0 game 1 lead over Columbus. Delete the franchise. Why are they even there? Oh god, this is way too polarizing. Okay, I'm seeing a very wide range of responses here. A or B. Yeah, you know what, man? I'm going to put... I'll put the Leafs in the B tier. There we go. Nice and even, right? All right, next up we've got... well, we just found out what you guys think about this team in the Stanley Cup Playoffs, so let's take a look here. A lot of Leaf haters. Finna find out. Oh, thank you, CJ. Thank you for your dono. I don't know. Let's give CJ some love in the chat here for his donation, our moderator. And also, he has his own YouTube channel, so if you like jerseys, definitely check out his channel. All right, let's see what we got here. ZD, whoa, what? DBACAS. God dang, this is so different. BBADDACB. Get Cortana? Yeah, I'll cut to her. How about let's get through the teams and then maybe have a little Cortana love here. She's just resting right now though. Wild though, based on what you guys have ranked here. Wild or B tier? From what I see here. All right, next up we've got the Caps. I wonder. Here's Cortana, by the way. Hey, girl. How we doing? Whoop. You want to say hi to the viewers? You being a good girl? Yeah? Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl, yeah? You got Helga the Hedgehog? Oop. Yeah, you don't really care right now? What a sweetheart. Oh, Sports Geeks! My man, what's up? Hype. Let's get some love for Sports Geeks in the chat here. I'm actually seeing a lot of C tier here. C for Cortana. What? No. I know, I hear you. Actually, you guys haven't really been crapping on the Capitals. DCDD CCB CCCC DCD. Dono hype. I love it. Actually, I almost want to put Washington in the C tier, but they're basically right where Nashville is. So it's like a really fine line kind of between... It's not far off, honestly. But it looks pretty similar. Thank you, Sports Geeks. That's awesome of you. What? I don't know what that is from, Max. You might have to explain yourself. Who do I have winning the cup? I haven't made my predictions just yet. Tomorrow, though, I want to upload a video on that on this channel. Wait, hold on. There we go. All right, you got to go for Florida, man. That's what my heart wants, man. You know, my heart also kind of wants Carolina, just because ever since they hired Brindamore, I knew something good was going to come for them. I didn't know it would be quite this good. And like I said this at the beginning of the stream, yeah, I think the Blues are going to do something. Good. We need as many different opinions on here as possible. So I want to see a video of you predicting the Panthers to win the Stanley Cup. I'm not going to do it. I don't want to be a jinx. And I just don't think they have the goaltending. DCB, C. CDB, A, B, C, B. DCB, C. Flames all the way. Yeah, man, Daryl Sutter should be a finalist for the Jack Adams. I had that team dead to rights. I thought they would suck this year. No offense, of course, but I just didn't see it. Interesting. All right, B, C, D, B, A, B, C, B, D, C, B, C. It's like I'm reading music. All right. I'm going to drop them into the low end of the B. Well, yeah, I'll put them in the B tier. Almost getting down to the C tier. Close, though. All right, and next up we got St. Louis. Oops. You know. Yeah, that's right. So Brendan here, BW Hockey, and myself and Joey Donuts, and I think Landon, the Jersey Zone, maybe somebody else as well. We did a huge Guess the Jersey over the past week with these incredibly cryptic photos from Neil from Post to Post, where he inverted the colors on his jerseys, or he just switched them up entirely. I don't know about you, Brendan. I haven't watched anybody else's videos, but holy God, I got smoked like a brisket. All right. Okay. A, B, C, A, B, B. All right. Thank you, CJ. D, B, D, B, C, C. Interesting. You're really making a fella think. You didn't expect them to have 51s. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter like what division they play in. All right. This is a tough one. Let's see. Ghost like Swayze. Nice. You on some of that Chronicles of Narnia? All right. B A B C A B B D B D B C C B A. Damn, dude. I'm probably gonna say this is also in the B tier, but this is in the higher end of the B tier. Actually, I'm gonna put them right up in here. Come on. Kings, actually, I'll put them over here like that. That seems kind of fair, I guess. To be fair. All right. Next up, we got two more teams. What about the Panthers? Overrated? Yeah, I think so. But damn it, they've been so fun to watch. To be fair. All right, I'm going to C for Cup. All right, I'm putting them in the A tier. I don't think they're quite making the S tier yet. I'll put them right there at the front of the A tier, though. That seems fair. Oh, 10-1 to the... Yeah, I know, right? All right, and lastly, let's go for the Rangers. Wow, 32 people here? Awesome. If anybody's new here, we'd love to have you along for the playoffs, so hang out with our growing hockey community, hit the red subscribe button and the notification bell, because I'll be going live every day of the playoffs. At least I hope so. Every day there's a game, I should say. And I do upload a couple times a week as well. Let's get this thing over the moon to 3,000 subscribers. And that's kind of like a disco move there. And yeah, man, it'd be awesome to interact with as many of you as possible. We're a pretty chill community. We don't like to bicker too much with our opinions and whatnot. We're all just enthusiastic about this game, and we would be enthusiastic about having you along here. All right, for the Rangers, there's a delta there. B C A A B B S A C C B C A D A. Oh yeah, I'll be streaming during games. Absolutely. I haven't figured out what the schedule is going to be, but that's kind of the next thing for me to do. I gotta upload some scheduled streams, and I also need to make a predictions video. Maybe get Cortana in on that action as well. What's above A? The S tier. It's the cup favorite, right? We have Tampa and Calgary, strangely enough, as the two teams there. This looks to be there you go. Yeah, get in on the action, man. And who knows, Brendan, I might actually invite a couple people on if I can figure out the logistics so that people can join my streams as well. Here we go. Rangers, though, they look to be in the B tier. I'll put them right here. I don't know. This looks a little imbalanced. But I thought there was a decent line between like Boston and the other teams in the C tier. I'm kicking Boston down to the C tier. So there we go. Anyway, I think that's probably going to do it. I don't want to beat this with a dead horse because we've got all the playoffs to talk about, all the matchups, all the madness. So again, guys, make sure that you hit the notification bell. Make sure you're subscribed here. Hit the thumbs up, right? That helps others like you discover this channel. And you can see the video description down below if you want some merch or if you want to follow me on social media. In addition, guys, we have that pinned comment here, my pinned comment. Join our bracket challenge, okay? Because I want to give something away to the winner of that. So it's through NHL.com. Make your predictions there, and we can track to see how people are doing throughout the playoffs. So, hey, T-Park, what's up? Wish we could have had you here longer, but that's okay. That's what these playoffs are for. So, guys, I will talk to you again on Monday, the 2nd. I'm not sure what game I'll go live for, but I will announce that pretty soon here, definitely before Monday. So stick around. We've got so much more coming up on this channel, and you guys have a fantastic evening here. Thank you so much for tuning in for this stream as well. It's been wonderful chatting with all of you. And wow, God, all these people are pouring in too. I don't want to just leave you behind, but I should take care of my dog right now and get my pipes warmed up for the playoffs, baby. It's the playoffs. Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs now. All right. Have a good night, guys.